Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for November 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for November. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, it's time to get ready and hold on to your hats, for November is set to be a bit of a bumpy ride. Now, just when we're all getting over a double eclipse, we walk straight into lots of extreme energies that are shifting this month. And with the new moon, we're officially in Scorpio season, okay? Let's see what cards you've got here. So very positive energy going on for you. The overarching energy indicates that you're moving forward on something. Something has come to some sort of climax, or it's coming to an end and you're moving forward on that. But we'll tap into that energy a little bit more in a moment. Now, as I said, we've officially moved into Scorpio season, and on the positive side of that spectrum, expect to feel extra intense, ambitious, focused and unstoppable in all your endeavors. You really will be a force to be reckoned with this month. However, there is always a balance. So on the negative side of that, you may feel a little bit more frustrated. You may feel like withdrawing or even snappy, or have coarse words with someone who really pushes your buttons. You may even find yourself submerged in feelings of nostalgia, remembering wrongdoings from the past and really hashing through conversations you wished you'd had in order to bring closure to a situation. Okay. Now also, ultimately, you can channel these fast-moving energies for beneficial outcomes, but this season, it definitely encourages us all to delve into the deep stuff, to resolve, rise, rebirth, and reestablish your personal power. Now, I want you to be aware also we do have a Sun-Mars conjunction, and it's in the sign of Scorpio, which is really a big deal. It starts in November, of course, and it remains with us collectively for the next 2.5 years. Now, what a Sun-Mars conjunction does is it highlights where we collectively feel the most intense struggles. So for example, 3 years ago, the Sun-Mars conjunction was in the sign of Virgo. Now at the tail end of that cycle, of course, we saw the health issues in the form of the pandemic. Virgo rules health. And then it moved into the sign of Libra, which we've been dealing with for the last 2.5 years. And that's all about finding a solution to problems, finding some sort of balance in chaos. Well, now it moves into, I just want to see where your cards are going. Now it moves into the sign of Scorpio. And why is that relevant? Well, Scorpio rules money, pressure, war, secrets being exposed, and power struggles. But also, more positively, it rules transformation, healing, and rebirth. So in terms of your finances, we can already see globally there are some shifts. I feel like things will change over the next 2.5 years, of course, and they may be a little bit more surprising changes on the horizon after that as well. But anyway, you'll actually see like major transformations in financial institutions over the next couple of years, and some of those may start in the month of November, especially since we have a Mars clashing Uranus in the middle of the month, which can be very destructive or chaotic in its energy. So there could be some shock changes or surprises. Scorpio season reveals and Uranus reconstructs in a shocking and sometimes chaotic way. So expect to see major companies, doesn't have have to be financial institutions. It can be well-known brands exposed as having financial problems that have been hidden for so long, and then major restructures or even collapses in order to rebuild and restart. Now, the icing on the cake, of course, sees a full moon in your sign, my beautiful Gemini, and that's on the 27th, which coincides with Mercury being at a bit of a hard angle to Neptune, which could see you temporarily feeling a little bit lost or confused, especially if you have a major decision to make. But ultimately, though, it's a prime time to do some soul searching this month. On a more positive note, Saturn saves the day, and overall, it goes direct, which means you've been cleansing your karmic slate, and that's why it's been so difficult. You've learned harsh lessons, and now you're stepping into a more responsible role of finding solutions to any struggles, and good karma is set free to start flowing towards you and the collective. So you may feel more disciplined in all your endeavors, stronger than you felt for quite some time, and ultimately you'll have more of a spiritual approach, and better luck will arrive too. Now, you've got the World card as your protagonist energy. So a lot of you beautiful Geminis out there, you're going to be very goal-oriented, you're going to be very productive, and I feel like you're coming to an end of a very difficult cycle. I definitely get a sense here you're tying up loose ends. Anything that you've started, you finish, and I feel that you're really going to be putting the effort in this month to reach your goals, and success is assured. I mean, you've got the Chariot card, which indicates that you're going to commit yourself to accomplishing something, and you will have triumph. You will reach your goal, and you will celebrate wherever that is. Now, I have to note that we have the two cards the same there. We have the two World cards, okay? And we've also got a Ten of Wands. Some of you are feeling like you've got the world on your shoulders and then some. So, I mean, to some degree, it could be personal circumstances that are going on right now. Things feel a little bit heavy, a bit serious. You may have a lot on your plate. You're being pushed and pulled in many different directions. You're multitasking, and you may feel that right now the pressure is on, okay? Because the Ten of Wands can indicate that you are burnt out or you've overloaded yourself in some way. Now, I have to acknowledge the fact that right now, the pressure is really on in the world at large, and because, my beautiful Gemini, you're a very sensitive person and you're an empath, I feel the weight of the world and what's going on is weighing heavy on you also, okay? I really feel it. And, of course, there's nothing I can say or do to ever change those circumstances. However, I feel like managing your stress levels and being aware that you're absorbing other people's energy, or you're absorbing, energy from the world at large, and it could play some part in you feeling really exhausted and feeling just fed up with the world and how it never changes. And there just seems to be a lot of chaos right now, and it just seems to be building and building, and you may feel that tension within yourself. So some of you, if you don't watch the news, then I feel like you're taking a distance away from that pressure. But if some of you are really submerged in it, or you're watching it, I feel like it can increase your personal pressure as well. So I just say, balance things out or temper things, because too much can be overwhelming, okay? And I'm not saying just switch off and forget about what's going on. Absolutely not. I definitely see that some of you are trying as much as you can in your part of the world to change your frequency, lead with love, and do everything you possibly can to make the world a better place, okay? But there's some things that you may feel, disempowered to try and change. And I feel it may influence you in some way and make you feel really disappointed that, the world at large, it's just a lot, so I don't know how else to describe this energy that I've got coming through, but some of you are feeling it, and respectfully, I'm going to move away from the energy, but I do feel that heaviness, okay? Now, with the World card, some of you, especially with the Ten of Wands there, some of you are requiring a new start. Some of you are wanting to either launch a new business, launch a new way of living, a new diet, exercise routine, or even, relocate, emigrate. I feel there's a big cycle of change happening for you this month, and something that you've already been thinking about. I definitely see that you are making strategies, bubbling up with lots of ideas in order to make it work for you. Whatever your plans are, I see that you're on the right track and you're going to make it work. I mean, you've got the Fool card here, which indicates, taking a chance or a leap in a new direction, or opening yourself up to more spontaneity and adventure in your world. It's definitely the beginning of something. And I feel like you're shining your wonderful light. After a period of feeling exhausted, because this is a card of feeling fed up, exhausted, fatigued, like you've got a lot on your plate right now, and you may be overstressed in some way. And some of you with the Ten of Wands, you may have been feeling anxiety, okay? And I feel like you are trying to resolve some things within your world right now, and I feel that you will get the clarity you need and get the answers that you seek in order to put yourself in a really good position to move forward in a very healthy way. And also with the Strength card, it means you've got this. So whatever it is that you're worried about right now, or whatever it is that is causing you a level of stress, anxiety, or even like burnout, I feel like you've got this. You're being asked with the High Priestess in this position to, take stock, recharge your batteries, take a pause in some way, because if you keep going the way you're going, I feel like burning the candle at both ends, I feel like you will have some sort of burnout, okay? So just watch out for that there as well. Now, the Ten of Wands is a very interesting one to get as your protagonist energy. I get a sense enough is enough. And I feel like you're not putting up with something in your life right now that has been either bugging you, pushing your buttons, or, it's coming to a climax. So this could be a person who's really been getting on your nerves, or a situation that's run its course. I feel like you're evolving from it, you're detaching from it, and you're ignoring it, and you're moving past it. I feel like you're looking to the future, and you're leaving whatever this is behind, okay? The Ten of Wands is a great card because it means that you are decluttering your life. It means that you've come to the end of something and you're naturally evolving from it. So you're creating space for something new. And also, I get a sense here, some of you are releasing the excess. So if you found that you've been having too much of a good thing, I feel like you may be trying to cut back and just have a little bit of a good thing. I don't feel like you're cutting it out completely, but I feel like you are tempering the way that you interact with life in general. And of course, if there's too much of a negative thing or a toxic thing in your life right now, I definitely see that you are healing from that and moving away from it. So this could be like the end of a toxic work environment that you were in, and you've decided to leave that place. Or some of you beautiful Geminis out there, you may be looking for work because you've currently found yourself out of work at this time, and you're wondering, are there any new opportunities for you coming in? Well, with the King of Pentacles and the Star energy, I definitely see that there is some leadership role, or a role that has a lot of status, that brings in more finances coming in. And I also see a lot of you beautiful Geminis being leadership potential. So I feel like you could launch your own business, become an entrepreneur. I definitely see that you're increasing your finances this month in some way. Now, we do have a Seven of Swords here, so I will check in with that energy in a moment, because I feel there's something that you need to pay close attention to. Okay, they're just kind of giving it to me right now. One moment, please. Okay, so they're giving me something important is about to expire. Okay, so now this could be like a critical bill that needs to be paid, or it could be a visa, it could be a passport, it could be documents that you need to fill in, okay? It could even be like, for example, sometimes you have those like bank accounts where they reach maturity after a year, a savings account, and then they move into like something like 0.00% interest or whatever. So it may be that. I'm just trying to get an idea of what it could be that is critical. So I feel something is coming to an end, and this video is actually going to come back and sort of tap you on the shoulder at some point in November and be like, hey, you didn't do that. So I feel there's something that you need to pay close attention to. You may need to fill it in, or you may need to pay attention to it, okay? So yeah, I'm going to leave it like that because that's coming through there as well. Now, the World card can also indicate that you've just accomplished something and you're feeling exhausted. You put all of your effort into something, you're moving into November now, and you're like, ugh. You just need to relax, recharge your batteries, and heal from that experience. And with the World card there, and it's twice, so that tells me that there is something really great happening for you here. Now, this means that in the month of November, you're almost going to have like double serendipity, where it's like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. And I feel there's something here to celebrate, some sort of good news, something that's going to give you a bit of a spring in your step in the month of November. Now, you are starting with that Ten of Wands, so it does indicate that some of you are like experiencing perhaps tension headaches, or you have been having something that has been raising your blood pressure, or you may be having something that perhaps is giving you a bit of a seesaw in energy, where it's like in and out. So it could be something that you're eating, or it could be something that's in your immediate circumstances or environment that is in some way causing some sort of pressure there. And some of you may feel pressurized to get something done, but you will get it done. And I feel like you're making the right decisions as well. You're going to overcome any obstacles, and I definitely see that you're going to be moving forward, okay? Now, some of you not all of you, but I'm getting a sense here that with the King of Wands there, the Justice card, and the Star energy, you may hear about something that has been kept secret and it comes to light. Okay, so this could be like, if you're in a career, it could be a boss, it could be someone abusing their power, or it could be someone, I mean, the Justice card in the Resistance position, it's like you got it in the reverse. It can mean that something is not right, or someone is being dishonest or deliberately keeping something from you. And I'm going to pull a card to see why. Okay, because I feel this person, I mean, it could be like a person in authority. It could be someone that you know who is actually an Aries energy, someone who perhaps has got all the talk, but Page of Swords, yeah, as I said, got all the talk. Page of Swords, yeah, this person, they're really good at sweet talking people, perhaps, or, you know, it's almost like to everybody else, they seem like an okay kind of person, but they may have been singling you out recently for something. I don't want to say the word bullying, but it could be that they are pressuring you with something, or they're making like unsuitable advances towards you in some way. And I feel that Three of Cups. Okay, now this may be something that comes to a climax, especially if like it's a work environment. So for example, if it's like some sort of work event, there is the potential for someone to try and abuse their power in a situation and like come on to you, or you know, be inappropriate in some way. And I feel this person, they may be under the influence of alcohol. Okay, but also I'm getting an energy that if you know that someone has kept something from you and they're a little bit closer to home, I feel this person, there is a potential that they will tell you about it. Okay, I feel like a truth comes to light. So that's definitely coming up there as well. Now also, I feel that some of you may bump into an old friend, and they may talk about an ex of yours, or they may talk about someone that perhaps you had some sort of romantic connection with, or some sort of passionate encounter with, and they're going to tell you that that person keeps talking about you and that they cannot get you off their mind. Okay, so you may be privy to some sort of information like that that comes your way, and you may be out partying or at an event or some sort of invitation where you run into that person. Okay, it may be a little bit embarrassing at first, but I feel like you walk away from it thinking, they still think about me, huh? Even if they have been a negative energy in your life, part of you is like you've moved on from the situation. However, I feel there's just this kind of like, well, karma's going to come back and get that person in some way. So anyway, I don't know what else to say with that situation. It's a very delicate situation, and I feel that deep down, you don't really wish karma on this person, because I feel like you're over it, whatever this is. But I feel this person, they still think about it, whatever it is, okay? Because it's so much energy that I can't really discern for everybody what it's going to be, okay? Now, also I'm getting here that something just hasn't been fair. Okay, now it can be that you've been working really hard, you've had some setbacks, you've really had like a test of faith recently. Some of you may have even been a little bit confused or unclear about your path, and you're trying to like get motivated, or you're trying to get some energy to change something in your life and create balance. And you may have felt that things are just not working. But in the month of November, you're going to see a real shift where everything starts to harmonize, and whatever it is you are paying attention to or focusing on, I feel like you get your wish. I feel like you're aligning yourself with some sort of exciting moment that you will celebrate, something that you've got your eye on. And I also see news that you've been waiting for a long time comes in, and you are really joyful with this news. Okay, so there's something very exciting there to celebrate. And I feel like your hope returns in a situation as well. Now, the star in this position can indicate that some of you are also looking at things that drain you, that try to dull your shine, whether that's a person, whether it's a situation, whether it's a food substance, whether it's like a neighborhood, or maybe it's a neighbor who's like really causing some issues there. I feel like some of you are thinking about leaving a circumstance that has been really difficult, or you're slowly edging away from it, okay? And I definitely see that you'll heal from it, because I feel it really took a toll on your nerves or on your mindset, and I feel there's a much more positive frequency coming for you, and I definitely see that there's a brighter future to look forward to as well. You may be moving to a new neighborhood, or moving to a new job, or you are going to find yourself in a group of like new people. well, I see like there's some sort of community event going on here as well. So you may meet soul tribe members if you're looking for new people to, you know, hang with there. The star energy can also indicate that some of you have been working really hard and you feel really unappreciated in your circumstances, especially if you're in a career. You may feel that you have untapped potential and you may feel you've hit a plateau or a glass ceiling in your career and it's hard to level up. So some of you, you're desiring to do something a little bit more exciting, because the King of Wands in this position, it can indicate that your passion is stifled in some way, or you feel like you haven't reached your full potential, or you find it hard to influence your circumstances right now. So some of you may be actually leaving a company, and I feel like you may leave after bonus time if that's what you're thinking about doing there. But there is a new position, a new start coming in where people appreciate your skills, and I feel like there's a real potential for you to elevate there as well. Yeah, we got a King of Pentacles, so I feel like you're increasing your financial power as well, okay? Now, the King of Wands in this position, it can indicate some of you have really like lost your lust for life in some way, or you just feel like it's the same old thing, just a different day. And I feel like you are going to rekindle that passion, that drive, that motivation to get stuff done. You're going to be very productive. I definitely see that it's going to be a very busy month for you. And some of you have hidden talents, okay? I feel there's a creative talent that you've got that perhaps you think about from time to time, but you haven't really explored it to its full potential. And I definitely see that November gets you curious and you start to explore it in a very new, exciting way. And it is something that you could launch as an entrepreneurship, and I feel like it will be very lucrative financially. Now, this is something creative is what I see. And because we've got two kings here, I want to pull a card to see if that's two energies, two influences, two people, or whether that's, you know, your energy of duality, that serious side of you because you felt a lot of responsibility recently, or whether it's that passionate, you know, go-getting spirit that also you embody as well. So let me just see if it's two people first, or if it is different aspects of yourself. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Because I feel like it's a passion project. Yeah. The Four of Cups indicates that King of Wands there. It's like you're feeling a little bit fed up. You're looking for some sort of sign or an omen from the universe, and you've been disappointed with something that perhaps you were moving towards or taking action on, and it didn't go the way you expected. Well, the universe is about to step in and deliver either a wish or some sort of opportunity that is more fulfilling than what you've already experienced, okay? Because the Four of Cups is like a surprise gift from the universe. Don't be closed off. Everything that went on in the past. So for example, if you started up a business a couple of years ago and it didn't go the way you'd hoped for, and then you've got new ideas of thinking up, something else for a new business, and you think, you know what, I should go for it. But then there was that cautious part of you that says, you know what happened last time you set up a business? It didn't go the way you'd hoped for, okay? So maybe you shouldn't bother. I feel that don't be closed off, because what happened then, there was a certain set of circumstances that meant you had to learn a lesson, okay, of how to do things in a different way when you restart this new one. So I feel some of you are like revisiting an idea or revisiting a way of doing something, but you're changing certain variables and it's going to be very lucrative. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's coming out there as well. Now, the Four of Cups indicates that you're dreaming of something, yearning for something, and you've put a lot of effort into this, okay? Or you're thinking about putting a lot of effort into this. And I feel like the universe is actually conspiring on your behalf in order to deliver something exciting, because they can see that you've been disappointed or sad with something. And I feel like you're going to be in the flow and trusting that the universe is going to deliver. I feel like it responds to your desires. So there's something showing up for you. You're being asked to have faith at this time. Easier said than done, especially since you've got the star energy there, okay? I do feel that some of you have had a disappointment. This could have been a heartbreak. It could have been separation. I'm sending you a huge hug out there, whatever it is that you are feeling a little bit low energy about, or what you're healing from, because I definitely see that you're healing, okay? Now, some of you, if you're happy where you're at in a career as well, I'm picking up an energy of being tapped for a promotion. But the main energy I get is the majority of my beautiful Geminis out there. It's like you've hit like a certain plateau and you have more potential, and you may feel like leaving a place to move into something new. Now, this could be that you're staying in the same company, but you're moving into a new position that gives you more money, or you may be seconded, or perhaps you're going, to a branch abroad. I definitely get a sense of change happening for you. And a lot of you, beautiful Geminis, I'm getting an energy that some of you are planning a major vacation, or you've just taken one and now you're like back to reality with a bump. Okay. I definitely see that you'll take a nice little quick trip at the end of the month there. But ultimately, your passion for life, it returns, that joie de vivre and that spark in your step. And we've got the Justice card. It's in the resistance position. So some of you, as I said, are feeling that things have been a little bit unfair recently. And I also get a sense here that you having to make some adjustments in your life in order to create more balance, more harmony. I mean, the Justice card with the King of Pentacles tells me that you're going to be very busy. Administrative tasks, emails, phone calls, paying bills, focusing on the mundane. I mean, I have to say that your 6th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month, and that's all about daily routines, schedules, and focusing on work or paying bills or projects, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, things like that, your responsibilities and tasks, okay? Now, this house, it may feel a little bit dull or humdrum because it feels like nothing is happening, but it's actually really important to keep your life running smoothly. Also, you'll be focused on your health during this time, and now, of course, is a perfect time to either restart that diet if you've fallen off the wagon, or get some exercise, because I feel you're bringing a little bit more movement into your life. So suddenly you may want to get out into nature, take walks, or just see what life has to offer. Also, it's worth noting that at the end of the month, your 1st house of identity is influencing you because, of course, we have that wonderful full moon in your sign. Now, this may be about revamping a look or feeling comfortable in your own skin, maybe even changing your wardrobe in some way or adding to it. But really, it's about looking at what makes you unique and standing out from the crowd, especially since you've got the star in the resistance position and your outcome energy is the star. So you're rediscovering your shine. You're rediscovering your passion and your power, and I definitely see that there are some good things lying ahead for you to celebrate. And also, I feel like there's a wish coming in for you as well there. Now, this is a big month for soul searching and for finding your place in the world, and that probably corresponds with that world card coming up twice for you. It's about you looking at all aspects of your life, and if there's something that you're not happy with, it's about focusing on it in order to set some changes for the better. And I definitely see there's some changes for the better going on for you, okay? Now, the Chariot card indicates things will be moving forward nicely, and that you're committing yourself and dedicating yourself to the object of your desire, and you're putting a lot of energy into November to make progress. And I definitely see that you are going to make progress, okay? This is about strong willpower, bravery, assertion, being bold, and doing something to come out of your comfort zone. And I've already mentioned that some of you may be traveling. I feel like you may take a quick trip at the end of the month, or some of you are relocating, and maybe that's why the pressure is on, because you've got like lots of boxes, or you've got lots of things on your mind to do, and it just feels like a never-ending list right now. But I do see at the end of the month, things just feel a little bit lighter and like a breath of fresh air, okay? Now, the Chariot card indicates success, reaching your destination, and everybody's going to have a different idea of what success is for them, but I definitely see that you're moving forward. Also, when it comes to the Chariot card and your money, it indicates that some of you, you will be keeping a tight rein on your finances, looking at your budget plans, and making sure that you are smart about your money. I mean, we can all see that prices are increasing, there's inflation and things like that, and there may be some sort of transformation in that area. I do see some prices still going up. I hate to give that message, but I do see it happening. And I feel like I just get this energy of the world like tightening its belt or tightening its purse strings. And I feel we're all going to feel to some degree those effects, okay, over the next 2.5 years. But I feel it's going to reach a little bit more of a climax in the month of November just because of the time period. Now, some of you may think about going on a spiritual retreat. I still see that you're investing in your well-being and your peace of mind, though, okay? So if you're lucky enough to have the finances to book a discovery retreat or, meditation or yoga, I definitely see that you're connecting to those practices. Also, the High Priestess indicates some of you may be feeling a little bit like in between worlds where you're having to make a decision. I mean, these two cards is like there's something that you're tapping into your intuition to make a decision on. It could be your direction or the next step on your path. The High Priestess indicates that you will take some moments of silence or take a pause in order to really tap into the answers within you, okay? Because only you can make the decisions for yourself. But you're on the right track and you are making the right decisions as well. This is really a month for you to blossom, is what I'm being given. And also, the High Priestess is an energy of, pause, really being cautious about your surroundings. And I have to say, it's shown up with the Seven of Swords. So again, I hate giving this message, but I would keep an eye on your personal possessions when you're out and about, because there is the potential for a quick theft. Someone like putting their hand in your pocket or, scooching your phone off the desk or the table. So just keep your eyes peeled, pay close attention to your surroundings, especially if you're traveling, okay? So for example, there is a potential for, and I'm just going to pull a card for that. I don't see it being anything like physically upsetting, okay? What I see is it's like when your attention is turned in one direction, someone like an opportunist just all of a sudden like taking a quick so I mean, it could even be like a distraction, okay? Because we've got 9 of Wands there and the 2 of Cups. So because I'm actually clarifying a 7 of Swords, it can indicate, and I was talking about someone swiping one of your possessions. It could be like a distraction where one person either comes over, asks you the time, or asks you something, directions, or even like, gives you a compliment, whilst the other person like dips things. So just watch out for that, okay? Now also, I don't like to give this message, but it's there, okay? There is the potential here for you to discover, as I said, a secret or a deception in some way, and this could really wound you this month. It could be that someone's keeping something from you. I mean, with the 2 of Cups there, it can indicate that some of you are actually going to meet someone new if you're looking for love. And this person has also been hurt in love. So this person may be really cautious. They may not open up readily. And I feel like, do not dismiss this person. I feel like they will feel more comfortable in your company. And equally, if you've been hurt in the past in a relationship and you're looking for love, I feel 2 very hurt people who are on a spiritual journey and are healing suddenly find each other. I feel it'll be a very organic relationship. However, you must take the time to get to know each other and build a solid foundation, because you and this person, I feel that you're healing. And there's part of this person's journey that they fully haven't healed yet. And you just don't want it to become a bone of contention in this new relationship, okay? So just watch out for that. If they've just come out of something, just give them some time, and vice versa, okay? So that's coming up there as well. Now, ultimately, the 2 of Cups, it doesn't always just mean love, okay? It can mean that there is some sort of agreement going on. It could be a work agreement. It could be like a new contract coming in, especially since we've got the Justice card there. And it's like, pay close attention to the details. Really read the fine print, especially since you've got a 7 of Swords there, because it could be something there that if you go too quickly, you could miss. And if you want to walk away from something, or if you feel that you're not getting the best deal, you may find that you sign something and actually there's like a hidden little clause right at the end, and you're like, how did I miss that? And it's something that perhaps you're not going to enjoy. Okay, so for example, if you've been in a company for quite some time and there's a merge or reconstruction going on there, they may offer new contracts. And if you've worked in that contract and that company for like years and you sign this new contract, your new date is the date that you sign, and any benefits that have gone before, if they're not in that contract, they are nullified. So just make sure you're aware of that. Also, we're in a time period, I gotta be honest, we're in a time period where some, establishments may try to bring in new contracts before they're making redundancies so that they don't have to pay out, okay? Now, I'm not seeing any redundancies here in your chart, so I don't want you freaking out, but I do see that it's the time period. So if you notice some sort of like, new contracts coming in, I feel like you're using your intuition in order to put yourself in a really good position. I actually see with the King of Pentacles there, you're in a really good position financially, okay? So I have to mention it because it's there. I'm not going to, blow smoke up your, what, or lie to you. If it's not there, it's not there. But if it is there, I will mention it. So I definitely feel the energy of the time period. However, I don't see anything specific to you, my beautiful Gemini, with regards to that happening, okay? Now we do have the Strength card, so a little bit more self-care going on this month. Take the time that's necessary to heal, especially if you've gone through a procedure or some sort of surgery there. I feel like you will get back to best. But also the Force card indicates that you're breaking the chains to the past. Something big is ending in your life and you're not looking back. And I definitely get a sense that you're embracing a brand new future that's really exciting. And I feel some of you are like wanting to bring a little bit more spontaneity, more fun into your world, especially since we've got the Fool card. It's like, where's the fun at? How can I get more of the fun stuff? So I feel like you're really embracing your inner child this month, but also opening yourself up to be a little bit more playful. The Fool card indicates a leap of faith into something new, or taking a chance on something that you've never really done before, but you've got so much potential in it that I feel it's going to be successful, especially since you've got it right next to the King of Pentacles there. So if you're launching a new business, I feel like it's a great time to earn money. Also, if you're moving into a new leadership position, I definitely see that you are going to get a nice healthy pay packet. Some of you may even get a bonus and be surprised by that bonus as well, okay? But the King of Pentacles is an energy of administrative work, being really serious about what you do. So I feel like you're going to be focusing on your tasks. You're going to be very practical about your finances, and you're going to use your intelligence in order to put yourself in a really good position as well. Some of you are really good at a certain trade, or you may be launching a trade of some sort. And I definitely get this sense here that your hard work is paying off. They're actually showing me a hummingbird right now, okay? So that's really about tuning in and recognizing that your hard work is going to see some results and rewards, okay? And I feel also with this King of Pentacles that you are handling some responsibilities that you've got with style and panache, okay? So I feel that some of you may have had a lot of pressure because you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but I feel things get a bit easier for you at the end of the month. The star energy, I mean, that indicates stepping into the spotlight, being successful, appreciated for what you do and who you are, and being recognized for all that hard work that you've been doing. So whether you're in a career or not, I feel like you're going to get some sort of note of recognition that people really appreciate who you are and, what a great friend you are, or whatever it is that you bring to the table of life and to your family and friends. I definitely get a sense that, you're going to get a note of appreciation there, okay? Now, the star energy, this is when your wish is delivered, but it also indicates that you are a visionary, okay? So I feel like there's a new way of living here. You're embracing like new ideas. You're going to be very inspired. And I also feel like you're going to be very connected to your inner wisdom and to a healthier way of living. I definitely get a sense the star is like a new phase of life. You're not letting anybody drain you, okay? And if some of you are going through some sort of court procedure, whether it's, a divorce or whether it's some sort of legality there, I feel like you'll walk away from this feeling free. However, I feel like you'll still need to heal from this event because I feel it really has taken quite a toll on you. So I just get this sense of like giving yourself a break, okay? Being a little bit more compassionate with yourself as well. Now, also the star energy, it definitely means there's a brighter future to look forward to. And I feel that this is a very exciting time where you're going to get very clear on circumstances that perhaps have been worrying you, or that you've tried to make some sort of decision recently and you're not sure which path to take. But I see the month of November, you're going to be very clear. You're just going to know intuitively that you're on the right track. And I see that you are, okay? I feel like you're making great decisions, and I feel like you're going to be very successful in the endeavors, the things that you are focused on. And I feel you end the month in a really strong position, a very powerful position. And especially if you've been out of work for a little while, I definitely get a sense here that there are, I feel there's like two positions that become available to you. But one of them, it just seems there's a lot of work for no money, okay? And I feel like you're going to look at it and like, are you crazy? You want me to do all of that for that pay? And I feel like there's another opportunity that comes in and you're like, that's the one. That's what I'm talking about. Someone who appreciates your skill set and wants to elevate you. And I feel it matches the pay grade of what you're hoping for. In fact, I think you get a little bit more than you were expecting, okay? Now we do have this Seven of Swords. Now, as I said, I did feel this energy of you keeping an eye or paying attention on your possessions when you're out and about, okay? And I want to pull a card on it because the Seven of Swords, the history of the Seven of Swords is not about like deception or about theft, okay? It's actually about someone doing something in a different way. And it's like to be diplomatic, to find an alternative solution. So for example, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, it's a yellow card or golden card, and those cards are positive, and it sees a figure running away with 5 swords in his arms and leaving 2 behind. Now, that figure could take 6 swords. He's got 3 swords in one arm. He could take 3 in the other, but he takes 2. So it indicates that this person could have been going in stealth mode. So, it kind of highlights, don't be too eager to connect to something because you may miss something, okay? So, for example, if you're offered a contract, don't be eager to sign it because it looks like a great deal. Look at it a little bit deeper. If something seems, really too good to be true in terms of its price, and you think that's like a deal that's so unheard of, maybe there's something dodgy, look into it a little bit further. You may find that actually there's a clause or some sort of subscription that goes along with it. This is weird. I'm getting this weird energy. It's like, what I'm getting is, say for example, you wanted to purchase this clear quartz crystal, right? And normally, say for example, if you bought that in the store, it's probably worth what? $10, okay? So let's say it's $10, and then you go, okay, this is $10, and then you find it online for like $2, and you're like, oh wow, I get to save $8. That's brilliant. And then you click, you're going to purchase it. However, in the clause, because it says, do you accept these like terms and conditions? There may be something in that that says, by purchasing this, you agree to a subscription. And now you have to purchase like 3 of these a month. And you're like, well, no, I only wanted 1. So what? And I feel like there is something that you may have to return to this month that it's like you didn't know when you purchased it that was a factor. I hope that makes sense, okay? I feel like you will right or wrong, whatever it is. I feel like if it's a mistake on your part or if it's a deception on their part, I feel like it will be resolved. You will find a solution to it, so don't worry about it, okay? But it may mean extra calls or emails, and it may be frustrating. So that's what I see there as well. But let's pull a card on the Seven of Swords, okay? Because the Seven of Swords can also be a quest for independence or finding a diplomatic solution to a long-running problem, okay? Because that figure, when he takes away the swords from the army, he doesn't want to fight. He wants to find an alternative way to resolve something, and he doesn't want arguments. He doesn't want anything physical, and it's like, it's finding an alternative. And sometimes when we try to do something like nice or when we try to do something right, sometimes we can be misunderstood. And I feel there is this energy here of being misunderstood this month in some way for you. But I feel, again, you'll have an honest, open conversation and a solution will be found, okay? Now also, okay. So for example, this could tell me that potentially someone may like dip your wallet, okay, or your purse, or it can indicate that perhaps, there is the potential there for some sort of like scam, financial scam. If you see any phishing emails, do not, click on them. I mean, recently I, just logged on my phone and there was something on there and I was like, that seems really weird, okay, and I was like, that's surely going to be a scam. And of course, I looked it up online and it was a scam. I didn't click their link. I didn't click anything, but it's like a scam that's coming out at this moment in time. So my point being, just watch it, okay? Now, the Tower and the 10 of Pentacles there, it can indicate as well that there may be some sort of gremlins in the financial system, okay? So wherever you house your finances, I'm not making you paranoid or anything like that. to safeguard, because you've got the King of Pentacles, which is to be in a very safe and secure position, it's worth noting to like download a financial statement of everything that you've got in the bank, okay? Just in case there was any sort of glitch or anything that perhaps is negative that goes on, and suddenly you find that there's nothing in your bank account, and it may be like a financial kind of computer glitch with your bank, or maybe they go offline for a moment. It's just worth having like a statement to say, well, this is what I had in there, so you better replace it. Okay, so I'm just picking up on the energies. Just I gotta mention it. Okay, now it can also indicate, because my guides are also saying, don't forget. Now, the Seven of Swords is a quest for independence. So some of you are launching something independently. Could be a new business, could be a way of living. And I feel that, you know, this tower can work for you. It can liberate you out of a very stuck situation, because a tower is to feel like you're going round in circles, nothing ever changes, and you're feeling stuck. So a tower can come along from the universe to break you free, to liberate you from something. And it starts with an epiphany, like a new idea. So some of you are going to be like, that's a great idea, especially since you've got the star energy twice. So pay close attention to any left field ideas. I feel like they bring in a lot of money for you, okay? And with the Seven of Swords there, you may launch that independence business, or I feel like you may earn more money and you're not conforming. I feel like you're doing something established on your own terms. The King of Pentacles tells me that you're going to be very established financially. And if you're retired, for example, some of you may be thinking about relocating or purchasing a property. I would definitely get someone, you know, to look over all the legal stuff. Especially get someone in to survey the property to make sure, because, and this is whether you're retired or not, if you're looking at buying a property, you want to make sure the right people are surveying the property, because there is the potential that something could break down, or there is some sort of repair work that is necessary, and you may have to fork out some money for that, okay? So just watch out. I feel like if you identify it early before your purchase, there is a potential to negotiate a better deal and lower the price of the home, or get the people who are selling to actually fix it before you take over, okay? So that's coming through there as well. Now let me see if there's anything else going on there for you, my beautiful Gemini, because that was quite complex, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm seeing someone scrolling through social media right now, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time. And it's like looking at inspirational videos on social media to inspire, but also to change your life in some way. Okay, so I definitely see that some of those videos can help you for sure. Look at that, the Fool card. Okay, so a new start, or launching something, taking a risk on something. Make sure it's a calculated risk, because there is a potential there for something hidden to come to light. But also the Fool card is like so much potential this month, okay? And I definitely get a sense here of a breath of fresh air, a little bit more freer energy, and more fun, more excitement, more spontaneity in your world as well. So interesting that we are getting the same card. Also, this element of temperance, patience, blending your energies, and connecting to your true life's purpose path. This is really about re-examining your priorities. What's important to you? What's not important to you? What's getting in the way of you getting what you truly want, okay? Now, the Temperance card can also indicate, you know, keeping balance in all areas of your life, and, you know, really blending all those resources that you have in order to move across that mountain, because a path is being made clear over the mountain towards the sun. So it's like, I feel like the obstacles are removing for you so that you can have a clear path to the object of your desire, or a clear path to have fun, or something that perhaps will make you happy. And I feel this is a month where it's a breakthrough month, where suddenly the path is clear and you can move forward. And I definitely see you moving forward and being in a very strong position, okay? Now I'm just going to close this reading before it gets too long. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to see for their highest good for the month of November? Now, I feel it's worth noting. I wasn't going to note it, but now I am. When I started your reading, I do like a little 10-minute meditation. I light the candle, and I actually put the match in the water, because it normally gives me my first image for you, okay? And it actually just clouded the water completely. So some of you are feeling a bit lost, or you're drifting at the moment, or you're just feeling a little bit cloudy. Maybe this is something like brain fog, or maybe it's that you're searching for direction, or just trying to make a decision on something and you don't want to make the wrong move. I feel your intuition, it's going to lead you in the right direction. Really just sit in silence for a moment and you're going to get the answer that you seek this month. Absolutely, okay? Now I'm just going to go and get your final cards as well before I close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see for the month of November? Can you please show them? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay. So what we have here, we have don't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone. Okay, so of course, if you've gone through a separation recently, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. It is very difficult. I've been through a very painful experience before in my life as well. And, you know, everyone's experience, of course, is different. And whilst I can't understand how you're feeling or be in your shoes, because I can never be that, I can only empathize with what you're perhaps going through. And I see that you will heal. And if you are looking for love, I mean, if you want to move past this, heal first. But when you're ready, the universe is actually orchestrating a new love behind the scenes. Okay, I definitely see that there is love coming on in for you. I feel like your focus really isn't love this month. I feel it's more about your journey. I feel it's more about your place in the world. And it's about reestablishing your power and thinking about your next steps. Okay. Now we also have, you have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. Okay, we definitely picked up on that in this reading. It was a very strong energy that came through there. It's okay not to have all the answers. They will come when you need them. Okay, I literally just said that. So that's a very positive indication that if you're searching for clarity, you're definitely going to find it this month. And you are a lot tougher than you think. I feel like you are very strong because you've had to be strong. You've had some difficult experiences. And I really feel that a lot of my beautiful Geminis out there, I feel like you grew up really early, like, you know, you became very mature quite early on in your life. And I feel some of you have had a lot of responsibility, and now it's like tapping into that sense of fun. And, you know, Geminis, you know, the Geminis that I know, they love to have fun. You know, I could spend many, many hours laughing, joking, and having like mischievous conversations. Mischievous times with my beautiful Gemini. I just love my beautiful Geminis out there. But I definitely get a sense here that life has got a little bit serious for you, and I feel like you're tapping into that sense of self. It's almost like you're reintroducing yourself to yourself this month, and I feel you're going to feel a little bit more like back to best or stepping into your power in some way. Now we've also got full cup. Okay, and it says, seeking the Holy Grail, life's mission, greatest desire, a thirst for more and feeling fulfilled. Remember, you got that 4 of Cups. Okay, so that's the figure looking at the 3 cups with their arms closed. Like everything that's gone before is just not doing it. It's not fulfilling you. And suddenly the universe comes in with a surprise cup. Well, you're going to be given a gift this month, something that's going to make you sing, something that's going to make you really have that spring in your step and feel quite excited. Now we also have foresight. Okay, so some of you, intuitive flashes, pay close attention to your dreams, especially around about that full moon because it's in your sign. But also I feel it's very important. Like if, for example, you're in a crowd of people and suddenly you have a thought, my wallet, check your wallet immediately, because I feel like you're going to be given like something before it actually happens. Okay, remember what I was saying about your intuition coming to the fore. So yeah, pay close attention to that. It says seeing into the future, planning ahead, early retirement, material gains, and career arc. Now, of course, some of you, with that world card, it's a double world energy. Some of you are retiring. Some of you have come to the end of a cycle of work and you're entering into a new schedule where things start to slow down a little bit, but it's also about where to next, because you're not just stopping. I feel like you are opening yourself up to a world of potential where you can do a bit of traveling, also go on a personal journey of self-discovery and, you know, really tap into your life's mission and purpose. You know, your life's mission and purpose isn't your work. It doesn't have to be that. It can be, you know, your sense of what is right or where you should be. And I feel a lot of you are really tapping into that this month as well. But because you have the High Priestess, some of you, and I feel like the majority of you actually, are tapping into your intuitive gifts, your psychic gifts, and developing your spiritual gifts as well. So you may feel that you long to watch like a documentary about the unknown or things that are unknown to us right now. However, you know, there is the potential to explore things, and I feel a lot of you are actually like trying to soak up like new knowledge about things that perhaps haven't been proven yet. So I'm really getting this sense of, you know, delving into the mysteries of life as well as the world itself. Okay. And we have also got the Matrix, and it says here, revealing the truth. And I definitely see that you're going to catch someone out on something. They're going to come clean. They're going to tell you the truth. It says also here, sacred work, real career, muse, catalyst, and possibilities. So I feel like the world is opening up for you in some way. And I feel it's a very exciting time for you to embrace all that life has to offer. Okay. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Ooh, we got quite a lot here. We've got the Archer's bow and arrow. So this is about being right on target, but it's also about direction, okay? So I feel like you will reach your goal, but I feel right now it's almost like the beginning of the month is your aim. Where are you aiming? Where is your focus, okay? And we've also got an incredible book here. This is a very ornate book. So some of you may have purchased a book like this that's got a hardcover on it there, okay? Some of you may also be writing a book, perhaps, about your knowledge, especially if you're retired. You may actually write about your experiences in something, and you can bring in second streams of income there as well. Maybe that's what those two kings are about as well, different ideas for new, you know, money coming on in. But ultimately, the book represents knowledge, revelation, and some of you may even be delving into the past of, you know, your ancestors and those who worked before you, okay? And we've got the light, the lantern. Now, the lantern actually tends to feature in the Hermit card, okay? So some of you searching for inspiration, searching for direction, feeling really fed up, exhausted, and here's your lantern. Here is you finding that inspiration and being in the flow towards the light, a brighter time ahead, but also clarity, okay? And we have, interesting, so we have ambition. So this is the light rune, believe it or not, okay? So this is about a breakthrough, major growth, and really tapping into like another level of consciousness to actually access more infinite power in order to get to where you want to go. And also we have destiny. So this is a dice rune, and this is about taking risks. It's also about secrets coming to light, or the hidden, the unseen coming to light. And it can indicate that, you know, you're tapping into the mysteries of the universe, checking in with your sense of purpose as well, and focusing on your destiny. It can also indicate here that you are like rediscovering your lust for life. That mojo is returning. And we've got the birch rune, purity, becoming. Okay, some of you are tapping into your sense of wanting to launch something or managing stress levels, anxiety. Some of you are like decluttering your life, or you're actually, you know, purifying the things that perhaps you are eating or connecting to, absorbing, even watching. You know, sometimes we can watch stuff and it totally changes our frequency and our energy. So I feel like you're being more discerning about what you consume, whether it's something that you eat, or whether it's something that you listen to, or something that you absorb or watch. I feel like you are trying to temper your energy so that you have a clearer mind and manage stress levels, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Also, I want you to note, my guides will not let me go without it, okay? Which is, if anything has been done wrong towards you, my beautiful Gemini, there is karma, and a wrong will be righted. Okay, so for example, I talked about someone potentially like, you know, scooching something up that you have, like a possession. It's only potential. Okay, I feel like you have the intuitive skills to make sure that it doesn't become a reality. However, if it does happen, I see that it will be dealt with the law. And whilst you may not get that object returned to you, I feel like there is a penalty that this person will pay for their actions. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. You may also hear of someone who has done you wrong in the past get their karma. And whilst you are not relishing in it, I feel like there's a light or a load taken off your shoulders where you're like, okay, karma caught up with that situation and now clean slate. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.